The Togruta Force sensitive Shaak Ti was a Jedi Master and Council member during the latter days of the Galactic Republic. Born on the planet of Shili like most other Togruta, the Jedi took the place of Yaddle after the Battle of Naboo and fought alongside the other Jedi in the Battle of Geonosis, as a war with Count Dooku and a Separatist alliance had begun. Master T was deployed by the Council to oversee the training and the production of the clone army, but like the other Jedi, she had been oblivious to its true intention. The Jedi Council member had been the closest to uncovering the deception, as she had been alerted to the escape of ARC Trooper 5s. Upon his return to Coruscant, Master T missed the Kaminoan Doctor Nala Se, injecting the clone trooper with a mind-clouding drug. No one would believe the aggressive clone until his death at the hands of Commander Fox. By the end of the war, the Jedi Council member had been in the temple, and after the failure to kill the Sith Lord that had been Chancellor Palpatine, he executed Order 66. Although there are many versions of her death, from falling at the blade of General Grievous, to losing a duel to Starkiller on Felucia, Master T officially died at the hands of Darth Vader as she meditated in her quarters. But what if Shaak Ti had survived Order 66? How would she be able to escape the hunting empire? Could she change the history of the Jedi? In this episode of What If Order 66, that is going to be answered. As the Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker chose the side of darkness, Master of the Order Mace Windu fell into the streets of Coruscant, and bowing to Palpatine, he was anointed as the new Sith apprentice Darth Vader, soon to be feared by all across the galaxy. His first order had been to kill those of the Jedi Temple, aided by the execution of Order 66, and he marched to the temple footsteps with the clone troopers, seeking blood on his old blade. In her quarters, Master T could sense that the Jedi Order was beginning to crumble, but rather than saving her knowledge in a future holocron, she decided to try and save as many of the Jedi as possible. The dark side of Vader and the clones had already entered, so she rushed to find the Battle Master Sin Dralig, and together they began to help the Masters, Knights, Younglings, Initiates out from a secret passageway at the Jedi Temple, as the Temple guards stored the relentless Sith. But the Jedi were not free to leave, as Palpatine had deployed more garrisons of Republic gunships, and the clones were swarming all around them. As they move to the lower levels, they are soon forced to split up. Master Teague takes a group of Jedi through the shady part of Coruscant, until they hear the name of the Jedi echoing across the walls of the area. The Jedi Master orders all of the others to hide in a cargo warehouse, as she stealthily moved to the voices, and found that it was a pair of mechanics, and outside of their workshop, it was clearly named after the Master's sisters. The sisters had thought from a distance the Master T had been Ahsoka, but the Jedi Master had been grateful for their intervention, as she used her connection to the former Jedi to borrow the Silver Angel. But as she runs back to fetch the group of the other Jedi, she senses a darkness in the air, and a hooded figure moved in a blur. The Jedi Master force pushed a group of boxes to the opposite side of the level, hoping to distract the darkness, and the trick worked as she ran to gather the other Jedi before they could be caught by what she saw was Palpatine. The Sith Lord had found about the fugitives from one of the members of his guard, and decided to join in the Jedi Purge himself, as he sent Vader to Mustafar, and he tracked down Sin Dralig to his death, then went to pursue Master T. As he watched the Nebula-class freighter slip away, he ordered all of the hyperdrive docking rings to be locked down, and the entire Republic fleet above the planet had been diverted to tracking the ship. The Silver Angel had just left the underworld of Coruscant when the Togruta sensed the change in plans from Palpatine, and ordered for the Martyr sisters to change course. There was little time for debate, as gunships and the Coruscant police surrounded them, and they flew upwards into the sky, hoping for survival. Before entering the airspace, the deflector shields had been destroyed, and the ship began to shake as one of the Jedi used a turret to take out the pursuing pack. Despite some heavy fire, they managed to escape into hyperspace, relieved that they had managed to survive. Not concerned about the destination, the Jedi Master used the communication system on board the ship and searched for any other Jedi, eventually reaching the Senator of Order on Bail Organa. The politician had also been occupied with rescuing the other Jedi, and had just allowed for the Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda to change the signal from the Jedi Temple on Coruscant, so requested for the Jedi Master to wait for further instruction, depending on the fate of the other council members. The Jedi Master agreed, until she looked at the navigational computer in front of her and saw that the sisters had diverted them to the planet of Kessel, so their safety was far from guaranteed. That is it for part 1 of What If Shaak Ti Survived. If you'd like to see a part 2 soon, please like this video, turn on that notification bell, click that subscribe button on this channel, as well as on my other channel What If Films. And as always, leave a comment on what if you'd all like to see next, and how I can improve my videos. Thank you all very much for watching, and see you next time.